You may have noticed that more and more people are hanging out in Instagram stories than on commenting on Instagram posts. That's because we're living at an age where people are just more entertained by short video clips and just fast entertainment. But that's not to say that people aren't scrolling on their Instagram feed and commenting on posts, but we can't ignore the magic that's happening in the Instagram stories. Instagram stories gives you the opportunity to show up right at the top of everyone's feed. And you can share anything from a behind the scenes video clip of you getting ready for your day, or something funny that is happening to you, or videos of your cat, for example, or questions that will lead to engagement with your followers, your readers. I'm Killian Wolf with Grimhouse Publishing, and today I'm going to show you how you can optimize your Instagram stories so that you can get visibility to your Instagram profile, which will ultimately lead to you selling your books. This is going to be a series of, I'm not even sure how many videos yet, but I will be posting a video once a week on how to bring engagement to your Instagram. First things first, I want to talk about building relationships with your readers. Since we're authors, our followers are readers, so I'll just say followers. Many times, new authors skip this step. And when we come to their accounts and follow them, it's a little bit off-putting and can be kind of annoying when that author is just, buy my book. Have you seen my book? I published a book. Please buy my book. It gets a little bit like, all right, hold on. I don't even know you yet. So what we want to do is draw attention to our profile. I call this the visibility stage. That way, we attract other followers through our hashtags, and another way that I'll share right now as a tip, and then engage with them and create a bond, loyalty, relationships, so that later you don't really need to sell your book, but when you post your launch, they are more than willing to buy your book. So one way to get eyes on your profile through your stories is to share something about yourself. Maybe something like, one of my favorite books of all time is ... name of book, and then mention the author at the author name, and then you share it to your stories. What this does is it tags the author that you're speaking about, and then the author will receive this notification and probably be like, oh, that's so sweet, and share it to their stories, to all of their followers. Another thing you can do that many people don't know is write hashtags in your stories. And I know you may be thinking, wait a minute, that is super ugly. How can you just dump all of these hashtags on a story? That doesn't make any sense. Well, what you can do is blend it with your background or put a sticker on it, and no one will know that the hashtags are there. Now, when you post it, Instagram will still take notice of those hashtags, and you'll be able to get more visibility that way. Okay, so when you're making these stories, you do want to keep the stories relatable to you. For example, since I'm an urban fantasy author, I can make a story that says my top 2 favorite urban fantasy authors of all time are at so-and-so and at so-and-so. And then I share it. Another note is if you want to add some low-key stories, that's also a good idea. And what I mean by low-key is more like what your 2 favorite places to eat are, or what your favorite dish of all time is, or what your favorite Starbucks order is, And then you can at another author with a big account and have them keep it going. If you do your branding right, each time they will see who posted it and they will go and check out your profile. Just keep in mind that no matter what story you make during this visibility stage, you do not want to sell your book. We are not there yet. You want to just attract eyeballs to your profile, okay? That way people see you, they'll follow, and then after that, it'll be conversations and engagement, which will be in the next video. Okay, so how do we make an Instagram story? Let's dive in and I'll show you how. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is select the little camera up on the top left corner and it will bring you to your phone's camera. So if you want to make a video story, I really highly recommend that. Give yourself a little bit of an angle, and what you want to do is come down here to hands-free. So if you select hands-free, now you can move around and not have to worry about balancing the phone and hitting the little button the entire time through making your video. So let's go ahead. Now you can let's go ahead and discard this. And there's so many different things you can do here. Layout, boomerang is to make a GIF. Let's go to create. So I'm going to type something like shout out to the amazing author. And what you want to do is you can do an at, but you can also come up to stickers and type mention at the author you want to mention. At Clary K author. Come up to stickers and find, you can go to search and type whatever you want to find. And what you can do here is change the colors. Or what I like to do is come to the left, select this, and it will actually match the background color so that it matches more, and you can do that for your brand, whatever background you want to. I'm having technical difficulties here. There we go. Make it the color of the GIF, which is fine. Do that. This is, I mean, that looks terrible, but this is just for tutorial purposes. You can do this. I like that one. And you can even add music, which will draw attention. But for now, let's just keep it this way. And let's really quick show you, you can do questions, quizzes, countdowns, polls, and make it really engaging for when you get to the engagement stage. But right now, what this will do is when we go hit to your stories, it will go out to that author and she will see it and possibly share it onto her stories so that all of her followers will see who sent it and hopefully will come onto my profile. So be creative and different with them. As long as you're having fun and it shows like you're having fun, you're gonna increase your engagement. And another way to do it is make 3 cohesive stories and end with a call to action. That way your readers will respond and you will get a response going straight to your DM. Sometimes I like to do throwback pictures and post things that happened in the past and make a story out of that, and they can be funny. But yeah, just be yourself and be creative. Now, finally, I like to answer the question of how many times should you post to your Instagram stories? Now, this answer might shock you, but I recommend posting 3 times a day if you can. I know it feels like a lot, but the reason why is because people check their Instagram at different times a day. So if you only post once in the morning or once at night, because your video is only up there for 24 hours, most of your readers, or maybe half of your readers, won't even get a chance to see your video. But if you post once in the morning and once in the afternoon and again at night, you will catch different audiences at different times. On another note, if you are posting 3 times a day and your story, that picture with the little ring telling people that you have a story up, this will prompt people to tap on your picture even if they have seen your story in the morning or in the afternoon or at night, and they'll get it the next day. You will constantly be showing up on their feed, up on the top, and prompting them to check out your stories. What this will do is, even if whether you're in the visibility stage or the engagement stage or whatever, you will be constantly on their mind. And when it is time for you to launch your book, then they will be more likely to buy and also engage with you when you're in the engagement stage, because they've already seen you and they already know you and trust you. One last thing, if you don't want your story to disappear forever, you can turn it into a highlight. I recommend doing this with your book trailers, your cover releases, and your reader magnet, and you can even post good reviews. That way, when somebody goes to your profile, the highlight section will show all of your past stories that you want to keep. Think of it sort of like your website. Your website is your storefront, and on Instagram, your profile is your storefront. So if you kind of match the same idea with your highlights, and you have an about video and books you have written and are published video, cover reveals, etc., you get the idea, then it's something for people to check out. And then hopefully, if you've done your bio right, they'll go up to your link, click on it, and subscribe to your mailing list for your reader magnet. More on that in another video. But until then, I hope you're not feeling overwhelmed by having to post 3 times a day and having to keep up with your writing, with your mailing list, and what to post on Instagram and what kind of stories to make on Instagram. I know it's a lot that us authors need to keep up with, and it's all for the benefit of our author business. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, then I invite you to take a look into Content Cache. I created 12 months of content that I will update every year for each phase of your author career. All you would have to do is select the prompt that you want to use for visibility, engagement, leads, or sales, and paste it right into your Instagram post or stories. I've also created a year's worth of newsletter topics and over 700 hashtags that you can use as an author. That's right, I didn't just create the hashtags though, I did the proper research, and these hashtags are enough to take you a long way for your reach. And you can copy and paste them right into your post. I have put the link down below if that is something that you're interested in, and I really hope that you found this video useful, and I hope that you're gonna go now and make some Instagram stories and boost some visibility into your profile and attract new followers and readers. I will see you in the next video for engagement part 2. Please like and subscribe if you'd like more from my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!